It's amazing how much you can learn from a single page. Today, we're going to do a little investigating. We're taking this one title page, and we're going to unpack the huge story it tells about the future of problem solving. So let's dive in. Okay, so here it is. Our source material, it's just a few words on a page, right? Computational thinking and T-level digital production, design, and development. But trust me, these are way more than just words. They are major clues to a huge shift in education and really the skills we're all going to need for the future. Let's start breaking it down. So, Section 1, a document's first page. What secrets can a title page really hold? We're going to treat this like a detective story, and we'll start with maybe the most important question of all. Who is this actually for? And what are these students being trained to build? Because, the answer to this question tells us a ton about where the entire digital world is headed. Let's find out. And that leads us right into Section 2, the next digital creators. To understand who these people are, we need to decode our first big clue from that page, T-level. A T-level? Well, it isn't just any old course. It's a really high-level technical qualification over in the UK. We're talking the equivalent of 3 A-levels. This is serious stuff. It's designed from the ground up to create the next generation of highly skilled tech professionals, people with deep, industry-focused, practical experience.
And what are they building?
Well, pretty much the entire digital world we all live in. The apps on our phones, the websites we browse every single day, the complex software that runs our businesses, you name it. They are literally the future architects of our digital landscape. All right, so we know who this is for. Now let's get into the how. How are they being taught to think? This brings us to Section 3, thinking like a computer. And that brings us to the core concept from our clue, computational thinking. This is the engine that drives this entire qualification. It sounds a little robotic, doesn't it? Thinking like a computer. But it's not about becoming a machine, not at all. It's about borrowing a computer's incredibly methodical, logical approach to solve really complex human problems. So what does that actually look like in practice? Okay, think of it this way. It's like creating a recipe to solve a puzzle. You've got this huge, complicated challenge in front of you. Computational thinking gives you the framework to break it down into a clear, step-by-step process that anyone, or any computer, can follow to get to the solution. This whole method really stands on 4 key pillars. First up, you've got decomposition. That's just breaking a giant problem, like build a new app, into smaller, bite-sized pieces. Next is pattern recognition, where you look for similarities or trends in those smaller problems. Then comes abstraction, which is all about focusing only on the important details and just ignoring all the noise. And finally, you create algorithms. That's the step-by-step recipe to solve each part, and ultimately, the whole thing. And all of this leads us to our final, and honestly our most important section, the modern essential skill. We're going to talk about why this way of thinking matters for every single one of us, not just the students who are building our next favorite app. I mean, this slide lays it out perfectly, right? For these T-level students, it doesn't matter if the goal is to build an app, or design a website, or develop new software. The method is always computational thinking. It's their universal toolkit for managing complexity and turning a big idea into a real thing. But here's the crucial point. This right here, this is the key takeaway. This whole structured way of thinking isn't just for coders. It's a fundamental skill for navigating our incredibly complex world. You could almost think of it as a superpower for clarity. So where else can you use this? Well, basically everywhere. Think about planning a big event. You decompose it into venue, guests, catering, managing a project. You're looking for patterns and creating algorithms or processes for your team to follow. Even just optimizing your morning routine involves abstracting what's important and creating a step-by-step plan. You're probably already doing this. Now you just have a name for it. And just like that, our investigation is complete. We started with just a few words on a page, and by decoding them, we've uncovered a blueprint for an incredibly powerful way of thinking, one that's not only shaping the next generation of innovators, but can also help every single one of us bring a little more order to the chaos. So, I'll leave you with this question. What's one problem you're facing right now, big or small, that you could tackle with these 4 steps? Decomposition, pattern recognition, abstraction, and algorithms. Give it a try. The results might just surprise you.